Hello to anyone who comes across this video. About a year and a half ago, I had a serious case of an earworm. Life could be a dream kept looping endlessly in my head. It's a great song, but not when it's playing in your head 24/7. No matter what I did, I couldn't get it to stop. I tried ignoring it, pushing it away, nothing worked. After about a week, I started losing sleep. I became anxious, desperate even, so I went to therapy. My therapist practiced CBT, or Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. The approach was simple: change how you think and you change how you feel. And it helped. For a while, it really did. But here's the thing: the earworm never really left. Specifically, the anxiety that it would happen again never left. I always thought it was just around the corner, like I was constantly on the verge of losing control of my thoughts. It felt like at any moment it could happen again. So I tried to avoid it. I avoided that song at all costs, and for a while I avoided any catchy song, because I was terrified that if something got stuck in my head again, I wouldn't be able to stop it. And it wasn't just the earworm. It was the same with my older anxieties, like checking my faucet 15 times before bed and still laying there, wide awake, thinking, what if I left it open? Or feeling a surge of anger whenever I thought about my old school days, replaying scenarios in my head over and over, as if I could somehow change the past if I thought about it enough. It never stopped, but by then, therapy wasn't an option anymore. I'm not saying it didn't help, it did, and maybe if I'd kept going, it would have helped even more. But long-term treatment costs money, and I just couldn't keep going. So I told my therapist I was fine, and that was that. But without therapy, I still needed something, anything. And that's when I ran into mindfulness, the practice of acceptance and self-kindness. Now, if cognitive behavioral therapy is about changing your thoughts, mindfulness is about accepting them. At first, it sounded ridiculous. Why would I accept something that's hurting me? Like anxiety. Whether it's an earworm, odd compulsions and rituals, or intrusive thoughts, anxiety hurts. But without any other answer, I tried it. Acceptance. The more I practiced, and trust me, I practiced a lot since it was free of charge, I learned something important. Anxiety is just like anger, love, sadness, or even joy. It's a part of your emotional system, a part of who you are. When you try to chain down feelings you think are harmful, when you try to suppress them, push them away, or ignore them, you're really chaining down a part of yourself. It may sound rehearsed, but it makes sense. Everyone feels differently about the world around them. What makes you angry might not make your mother or father angry. What brings you joy won't have the same effect on someone else either. It's our feelings that make us unique. Strip us of those feelings and what's left? Just logic. If we all followed logic alone, we might as well be robots, manufactured somewhere, running the same programs, same thoughts, same solutions. Therapists would be out of jobs, that's for sure. But it's not logic that defines us. It's our emotions. So when you cuss at a feeling, when you ignore it, when you scream at your anxiety, when you ignore your anxiety, you're screaming at yourself, you're ignoring yourself at something that makes you you. And over time, you start to lose confidence in yourself. You stop trusting yourself because you're constantly trying to silence your own voice, telling yourself that a part of you isn't worthy of being seen. And when you do that, you start to believe you aren't worthy of being seen. If you keep telling yourself that your anxiety isn't worth of your attention, why would you believe you are worthy of anyone else's? And that's what you start telling yourself. And the more you believe that, the harder it gets to reach out. It's hard to accept something that makes you suffer, which is the whole point of mindfulness. You just want it to stop hurting you, and that's valid. You're not wrong for feeling that way. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to be scared. But here's what I learned. When you stop fighting your anxiety, when you stop chaining it down, you stop fighting yourself. And when you stop fighting yourself, your anxiety stops fighting you too. Instead of saying go away, you say, I feel bad, but I'm allowed to feel this way. I won't push you away anymore. I allow you to be here even though it scares me. You're a part of me, and because of that, you are worthy of being here. And when you say that to your anxiety, you're really saying it to yourself. You start to trust yourself more. You start to care about yourself more. And little by little, you start to believe that you, too, are worthy of help and attention. The same help and attention you gave yourself, your anxiety. It's not hard to do, but at the same time, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But I think it's worth it. And that you can do it. At your own pace, of course. Thanks for watching, and have a pleasant day.